Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Alright, we have a really fun episode today. We're going to be reviewing Batman Incorporated number 4. Check out that cover. The art in this has always been top notch by Bruce Timm's. Maybe one of the things that's keeping me sticking around. And it's kind of an interesting detective story. Alright guys, so before we get dived into Batman Incorporated number 4, I do want to let you know about our 600 subscriber giveaway. When we hit 600 subscribers, we'll be giving this book away. It's a Marvel #1 variant. All you have to do is like the video, comment down below, and be subscribed to the channel, and that'll give you a chance to win. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get dived into Batman Incorporated number 4. Now, as always, we're going to be going heavy into spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, that's your warning. Next up, we always shout out the creative team because without the creative team, we wouldn't have a comic book, right guys? So in Batman Incorporated number 4, we have Ed Brisson is the writer, John Timms is doing the art and the cover, Rex Locust is doing colors, and Clayton Cowles is doing letters. Now, as we start this issue, it kind of gets us caught up a little bit, not going back and telling, but just it goes through each of the characters and where they're at right now. So Ghostmaker is basically flying back to headquarters. Then we have some of his compatriots are fighting. Basically, long story short, I'll show some of the art here because it's really awesome. Long story short, all of the different other Batman Incorporated people are slowly losing this battle to the different bad guys. So there's like 4 or 5 different bad guys, and check this one out right here. And as we see here, the red girl, she's the bad girl, and she's taking out Night, and she's carrying Night away in this super awesome. I love that. The art. Like I said, the art in this it's top notch. And we see that Ghostmaker is basically as he's arrived right at his base of operations, he's realized like nobody's there, and his thing is telling him, hey, your Clown Hunter, yeah, that's his name, is telling him that Clown Hunter is like 15 feet ahead of him in front of this door. So he goes and opens the door, even though his other friends there have said, he's not there. He goes and opens the door, and inside the door is a box with his transponder inside it and a note saying you can't control us anymore. And then from behind, we'll end up getting the reveal of who it is. But from behind, this masked girl comes and starts attacking Ghostmaker. So this whole issue, it's not looking good for Ghostmaker and his friends. He's been losing. And then just as she attacks, in comes, obviously they were planning this, in comes Phantom 1, and obviously we can see he's turned Clown Hunter to his belief that Ghostmaker's a bad person, right? And check out that art, it's awesome, right? And then we get some more here of some of the other Bat heroes who are losing poorly to this big guy, and then we get some other heroes here who they actually kind of beat this electricity bad guy, right? But just as and he reveals some information here actually too. So just as they kind of beat him up, and he says, Lex abandoned us, deserted our cities, and left us to fend for ourselves. When Phantom 1 found me and the rest of Lex's vigilantes, he promised us revenge on those who'd wronged us. And one of the Batman guys says, wait, who the hell is Phantom 1, and how many of you are there? And he says, hey, why don't you turn around and find out. And at that point, we see that the one Bat team that actually beat their bad guy, all the other bad Bat people have finished off their foes and met up together to make sure that these two were defeated as well. So that's pretty much like all of Batman Incorporated now has been taken out by this crew. And then we see by Phantom One's crew, basically. Now we're getting the full reveals of it. And we see Phantom One here is continuing to, it's 3-on-1. Ghostmaker versus Phantom One, Clown Hunter, and this girl who actually reveals her whole backstory, which her backstory ties in with Ghostmaker's backstory, because just to kind of briefly summarize what happens is basically this new girl, and she looks like this. I don't think they actually name her. This new girl here, she talks about how she had seen Batman and she kind of copied him and started killing bad guys and disposing of them. But all the bad guys pulled all their money together, hired Tommy Tavane, who is actually, ends up becoming Ghostmaker later, to take me down. And Tommy Tavane actually does, as we, if you scan back a little bit, or scroll back a little bit and look on that panel, Tommy Tavane does take her out, leaves her paralyzed, and she ends up getting thrown in jail for being a vigilante for 5 years, and just gets, beat up a lot while she's in jail. And she definitely holds a grudge. And as soon as she gets out, she crafts herself some cybernetic legs so she can walk again. And basically, she's on the hunt for Tommy Tavane. And as she's on the hunt for Tommy Tavane, she ends up seeing, apparently, Ghostmaker do to Phantom One what Phantom One is telling everybody that he did, just left him to die, right? And she says, it broke my heart to see it. And I nursed that boy back to health, set his bones, and stitched him up with what little training I had. I'm still not sure if it was my help or his burning desire to right the wrong you'd brought upon him that healed him. Either way, Phantom One had more heart than anyone I'd met before. It wasn't his time, and he knew it. Just a little excerpt there so you can get an idea of how their writing kind of sounds. And so then they're standing there, and this is kind of the end of the issue here. Phantom One says, that about brings us up to date. Black Mist, okay, that's her name, Black Mist. Black Mist wanted her revenge on the man who tried to kill her. I wanted justice against the man who thought he'd killed me. When I heard that you'd taken on a new sidekick, I knew he needed to be saved, or you'd eventually do the same to him that you did to me. And so here we are. Now, Clown Hunter, if you will, kill Ghostmaker so that we can finally be free. And this is our last page, make you want to buy the next issue. And hey, yeah, man, makes me want to buy the next issue. Mostly because I want to see Ghostmaker's explanation for this. I'm sure he has one, but I kind of want to hear it myself. Or is everything they're saying true? Check out this cover again here. As we can see, we got Phantom One versus Ghostmaker on the cover. Super cool cover. And yeah, of the panels I showed, I don't know if you like it, but I really, really like Tim's art. It's super, it's just really fun, dynamic, and kinetic. It's been a fun read every week. I can't give a reason why I would drop this title, even though I don't know any of the characters. And just kind of picked it up on a whim, sort of, because it looked interesting. I thought, hey, Batman team, that sounds cool. Let's see. And it's just, it's drawn really well. and it's written really well. And even though I don't know the characters, I get who they are, and I get, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've dropped us into basically the start of a movie, and I get it, and I'm having fun with it. Um, yeah, so I give Batman Incorporated #4 a thumbs up. That's what I have today, guys. As always, if you like this kind of content and watch this far into the video, like, comment, subscribe, helps the algorithm. We'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.